Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you've all been well. So, for today's assignment, the lesson that I think has been most impactful or most important, most useful, is the lesson we had on stress. I think that that's a highly relevant one for a lot of us. What it is, how it works, how it affects the body, how it affects the mind. Um, yeah, just the psychological and physiological responses that stem from it. And it was interesting to learn about how your body goes through different phases through the general adaptive syndrome, I think is what it was called. First, the alarm phase, where the first part of that is the shock phase, where you decrease in temperature and you might lose more fluids. And then the second part of that, the counter shock phase, where you kind of enter this fight or flight state of being. The second part of that is the resistance stage, where you kind of restabilize and your body tries to counteract the stressors that are being placed on you. And then the final stage, which I'm sure a lot of us are familiar with, the exhaustion stage, where all of those stabilizers and things that we learned that kind of help the body function physically and cognitively for that resistance stage, those start to break down. And just you lose the ability to function at your fullest extent. And this kind of ties into something else from that lesson, the Yerkes-Dodson law, that says, if you have a low amount of stress, your performance won't be very high. If you have a high amount of stress, your performance won't be very high, but so you need a nice balance. So I think that that's the most useful. Old news for me was sleep and the role it has on the body. I mean, it seems like common intuition that the less sleep we get, the less we're going to be able to cognitively function, the less we're going to be able to physically function. Our mood is going to be affected, how we treat others is going to be affected. So I think that's just something that we're all kind of aware of, and that was just kind of rehashing that. But something that I'm confused on, I'm not really that confused on anything, but if I had to pick something, it would be the parenting styles that we learned about in the last lesson, and how it correlates and interweaves with the resultant emotions and actions of the child. Not really confused on it, but it's a newer concept, so haven't been exposed to it as much, haven't thought about it as much. I think that's really it. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next Psych 100 video.